Alright, this video is going to be more of a serious one. Not serious, but just going to be talking about my buddy Jesse Spots, who I consider my buddy, because I've been watching him on YouTube for a few years now. If you don't know who Jesse Spots is, well, you can find him on YouTube. This is his channel here. As you can see, he has 15,000 subscribers, which is pretty good. He has a ton of videos. A lot of these videos are very diverse. He talks about a whole wide range of things. Like, he's more on the conspiracy theory side of things, just so people know this is really, far out there type of material. But I am very interested in 99.9% of the stuff he talks about, because from what I can see, he seems like a genuine person, just trying to figure out this crazy world. And, he's just a little bit overly cautious sometimes. But the video that I would like to talk to you guys about, that just came out 1 hour ago, that he live streamed, is about this PizzaGate video. Because right now, let me tell you the beginning, like what's happened between me and Jesse in the past few days. I've been trying to get Jesse to join Steemit.com for probably a year now. I kept telling him on Twitter, hey Jesse, are you on Steemit yet? I would love to delegate some of my Steam power to you. I would love to support your work on there. Just get on there, man. Let's. I'm just trying to build like an awesome truther community on there. So I guess all the times I told him, all the repetitious comments of mine, just nagging him on to join Steemit, finally did the trick, or worked, or I don't know, he finally listened to me and decided to check it out. That's usually how it is, by the way. I've gotten so many people on Steemit, and at first they're always so hesitant to join because they see my excitement and my my consistency and my zealousness, I don't know if that's a word, over Steemit, like something as suspicious, or this doesn't seem natural or normal to me. This guy's kind of weird type of thing. That's what I assume they're thinking about me. I don't blame them, because on the internet you have to be really careful. There's a lot of unknown people on here. But so yes, he finally joined a few days ago, and then I left him a comment on one of his videos, and he said, hey, send me an email. And I was like, all right, well, I'll send you an email. Not sure what you want me to say or anything, but I just send you a quick email so you have my email address as well. He shared me his email address on Twitter. Anyway, in that email, after he joined Steemit, I was like, oh, sweet, awesome. Dude, I'm going to delegate some of my Steam power to you. Try to vote 20 times, just give the Steam away. I didn't tell him what to vote for. I just said vote, because I don't want my Steam power to sit dormant on somebody else's account if somebody, if somebody else can put it to better use. Because there's plenty of people on Steemit that are way more engaging than you, Jesse, that I can give my Steam power to. And I have undelegated a lot of my Steam power from other people because, I'm trying to find the most engaging people. It's nothing personal. So anyway, I delegated some of my Steam power, and then after that email of me sending him that, it's like, yo, I just sent you my Steam, I delegated some of my Steam power, just go on there and vote. Because I wanted him to get used to the voting slider, the slider for the votes, because you don't get that when you first join, because your account is pretty much worthless. You have no voting power. So I sent him 1,000 SP, which is like the least I have sent any of my delegatees, and I guess that freaked them out. I could show you my email conversation. Well, well, I'm gonna have to show you anyway. Anyway, this is the email conversation I had with Jesse Spots, because he threatened in this recent video, best to save all your email communications that you shared with me over the week, like as if I said something that was freaking, I don't know, like out of line or something like that. I don't even know what to say. It's just like, man, people don't appreciate like just me reaching out to them. Like, people are too cautious, or they I don't know. I don't want to say there's shills on the internet, but I know I highly doubt Jesse Spots is a shill, because from what all I've seen on him, he seems like a genuine guy. He just doesn't understand technology. He is afraid of the blockchain. Jesse Spots is, like I was saying, he believes in a lot of conspiracies. He is a flat earther, even though, you know, a lot of people get offended when people hear that. He's like, oh my goodness, he's a flat earther? What the hell? Settle down, people. Settle down. I'm not trying to bring that conversation. I'm not trying to make that the focal point of the conversation here. But what I did say to him, I was like, oh, this info agent, B.O.B., says the earth is flat, so it must be false. Because I know he believes it's true. And he also knows that B.O.B. is a shill for the other team. So I'm like, dude, you know, just because there's disinfo people that are huge proponents of Bitcoin doesn't mean that Bitcoin is their baby. They're just trying to, in my opinion, they're just trying to do damage control and hijack the movement. And that's what I believe Alex Jones and David Seaman, aka Seamanstein, are doing with Bitcoin. And I detest those two guys. I used to be a huge fan of Alex until I figured out he's a gatekeeper. I used to listen to David Seaman until I saw his confrontation with Nathan Stoltman from Lift the Veil, and how he also got Titus Frost banned or suspended from live streaming on YouTube. I know that David Seaman seems like a huge weasel, and I want nothing to do with that guy. I get a bad vibe from him, so I stay far away from David Seaman. And he focused too much on himself, I believe. He enjoys very much the attention. So let me play a little bit of this.
I'm not a mathematician like some of these folks, but again, you can follow him on YouTube at David Seaman, 160,000 subscribers just on YouTube there.
Yeah, I've never heard of him, Alex. When did he become popular? Tell me something.
And I agree with Jesse Spots, as you can see in my comment down here, that they are completely, I do agree that they are avoiding the PizzaGate topic. Like Alex Jones should have been like, hey, this is David Seaman from the researcher of PizzaGate who mentioned this and that about Elefantes. But no, they don't say anything about that. David Seaman, he doesn't give any background on David Seaman. He's just like, oh, it's David Seaman, the Bitcoin expert. It's like, when was the last time you saw David Seaman bust out a laptop and just start programming C++? That man doesn't know shit about source code and programming. He is just a front man for the other team to be the Bitcoin evangelist. Of course, this is all my opinion. This is all my opinion. I'm not 100% sure about any of this.
About him, like a biography, or I don't know. Did you guys ever have anything in common? I don't know, like 6 months ago? I don't know, just you guys can get together now when it's convenient to talk about cryptocurrency, talk about Bitcoin, and it's just something you decided to do, something you decided to jump into, something that InfoWars hasn't covered as much as it should. Maybe they're not meeting their quota. So you got David Seaman. Two of the biggest.
I would also like to say that Alex Jones. I've been in Bitcoin for way longer than David Seaman or Alex Jones. I've been in Bitcoin world or the crypto sphere for like 5 years now. When InfoWars started accepting Bitcoin like a year or two ago before they stopped, their website was trash. Every one of my Bitcoin purchases didn't work. I had to contact their shipping department and be like, hey, I see that my order didn't go through. I didn't get the email notification. Oh yeah, we have to go through every Bitcoin purchase one by one and manually do it. Their tech team sucked, as if they were just doing a hack job of just integrating Bitcoin to their e-commerce store. It was completely garbage. I think Alex Jones just wanted to see how many of his customers would give him Bitcoin or buy his stuff, because Alex Jones is always trying to sell stuff. He wanted to see if there was going to be a high volume transaction. When he probably saw there was only like 15 nerds of info warriors out there trying to buy stuff with Bitcoin, and I wasn't buying like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. It was like maybe $100 every 2 weeks or a month. It's like just getting miscellaneous stuff just to be like, oh, let me support. He's accepting Bitcoin. Let me get some Bitcoin transactions going here. It was complete garbage. They didn't seem like they knew anything about Bitcoin. They were just, I don't know if he was either just trying to make more money or just trying to seem hip and trendy, or part of the crypto revolution group, or both. Probably both.
Biggest PizzaGate investigators who never talked to each other, who ignored each other and called each other shills, are now just meeting and talking about Bitcoin, and I'm not supposed to notice. Fair enough.
The cryptocurrency market is now worth more than J.P. Morgan, CNBC. Bitcoin market value is now larger than Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan. RBC, the cryptocurrency market could be worth $10 trillion. And it goes on. Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin price surge leads alternatives to gain huge amounts of value. Litecoin, we're going to get into all these with him, because here's the thing. If I study something, I can kind of figure it out. But then if I start wanting to invest in something, I get obsessed with it.
Oh, okay.
Why I don't watch sports, why I don't invest, because I want to just invest in news and know what's going on there. So that's never...
I forgot that me maximizing the screen makes the screen flicker, so I got to keep it like this.
Invested in cryptocurrency, even though I believe in the overall system in it, because I don't want to give listeners bad advice, so then I kind of stay a neophyte. But that's why I have experts on, like David Seaman. So David, I've got a lot of questions here. You're the expert. You should out of the gates.
Oh man, I'm just thinking of the apology that he wrote to Alefantis, and it's like he was throwing people like David Seaman under the bus left and right. Joe Biggs got fired from InfoWars because of that pizzeria. This is like the biggest face on Pizzagate, on that pizzeria. The one thing that Alex tried to distance himself from last year, and now, it's convenient. I can talk to any expert about Bitcoin. David Seaman, you seem to know a lot, and you're
That's what's most important. It's just that I don't want to tell people to get involved in something that's a giant bubble, but good Lord, Bitcoin's going on 6 years. I had guests on that told people get into it. I've had so many people thank me because they invested $1,000 and made $5 million. And I just think, good Lord.
I don't remember one time Alex Jones saying, get involved in Bitcoin. I just remember him saying, we accept Bitcoin. That's all I remember.
Worth at some hotel in London. I was too busy to go to my hotel room and get my laptop because I just didn't want to get involved, because I didn't want to mess with it, because I don't know how to explain it. It's like if I don't know something, then I don't ever get involved.
Well,
Here's the thing.
Alex, get somebody on your show that actually does know and know how to explain it. Not like this Seaman Stain guy.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Never turn down free coins from Max Kaiser, but nobody wants to jump to a new system. Nobody wants to learn a new thing.
So the two of you are so spiritually blind and dumb that you don't realize that being on opposing sides earlier and now coming together like it never happened means that you were just prostituting out the image of pedophilia and children being harmed. You're cashing in, literally cashing in all your chips now to say you couldn't get together about the issue of pedophilia. You couldn't get together about the issue of children being harmed. But now it's convenient for you, Alex, to get David Seaman in your studio because of Bitcoin. Nothing demonstrates how you have Jewish handlers.
Totally agree with Jesse on that. They're completely avoiding the topic of PizzaGate, and they should definitely be mentioned in it. One more thing that I would like to add regarding why all of a sudden these people are talking about Bitcoin. I know the price has gone up drastically recently, but it's also gone up a lot before. You know, it's hit 3,000, it hits 4,000, it has hit 5,000. Why now though at 15, 16, 17,000? Because I'm pretty sure they could have waited till 30,000 to be like, okay, now Bitcoin is legitimate, it's fantastic, get on it. No, they waited till right now, and this is definitely a conspiracy, or not a conspiracy, but just an idea as to why they're talking about it now. If the economy goes downhill really fast, what thing is the best scapegoat to blame it on? Now that everybody knows that, we have this technology called blockchain and Bitcoin going up, and these people, they don't like paying IRS taxes because Coinbase said that only 900 of their 30,000 registered Bitcoin users file taxes. So there has to be like a black hole of money laundering going on, and it just keeps going up in price, and that's why the stocks and the economy collapse. I might be wrong, but I think they're setting Bitcoin up to be the scapegoat, to be the reason why all hell is about to break loose.
More than this moment right now, that you have to meet some quota to try to condition your viewers towards a cashless society. Nothing has ever highlighted just how ridiculous you are, and you know it, I think, than bringing David Seaman on. It's not about children being harmed. It's about moving towards a cashless society. And people would argue Bitcoin is decentralized, but the blockchain is decentralized over the entire network, which means that it's centralized everywhere.
And of course, and during this entire video, I joined kind of late in the live chat. I was in the live chat, like telling Jesse, I'm like, dude, they don't represent Bitcoin. They are not the Bitcoin marketing team. You know, it's like I don't even like these people. I would prefer for them to not even mention Bitcoin, but I can't control these disinfo agent mouths. It's like, dude, you know, there's gonna be disinfo people that are going to be advocating for something that is actually good for humanity, and what they're doing is confusing the public. It's like, hey, if they're the bad guy, then whatever they're talking about or whatever they're advocating must be bad for me. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, is to fool people like yourself, Jesse. Like Nathan Stoltman at one point called me a steamit shill because he did not understand the technology. He just saw me commenting on his chat all the time, being like, yo, get on Steam it, yo, get on Steam it, yo, get on Steam it. And now that he's on there, look how content and how much he loves the platform. And he is growing his audience. He is able to support himself more financially now. It's like, what is wrong with anything that I am saying, or anything with the Steam blockchain, or anything with the community in general? Because the PizzaGate really kicked off on the Steam blockchain with folks like Titus Frost and V4V APID. Even Joe Rogan showed one of, and Joe Rogan is another, I believe, shill, but even Joe Rogan, to the credit of my buddy Steamian V4 APID, Joe Rogan showed one of his articles live on air about PizzaGate. So if you're trying to spread PizzaGate awareness, why not go on Steam and blog about it? I'm not telling you to invest in anything, first off. I'm just telling you, hey, there's a awesome community of people over here that are truthers, and you're also on a blockchain, which means your data, you don't have to have your own server to back up your data. The blockchain does that for you. Number 3, you're financially getting another source of revenue on the side, which is not U.S. fiat crap dollars. It's like it's a win situation. Why are you scared of it? But I'm going to leave you alone. Like, I'm not ever going to email you unless you email me first. Not going to go to your channel, ever mention anything about cryptocurrency. I'm going to leave you alone and let you realize your mistake. I'm done. Let me show you the email real quick because I already put it on screen. So let me just go over it real quick. There's nothing really that entertaining on here. But, so yeah, the first thing that, Jesse just sent me like a quick message on YouTube saying, yo, email me. So I sent him an email and I was like, hey, not sure if you wanted me to email you. So you have my email, or if you meant deja vu, that was something about like, he was talking about the Mandela effect, and I was like, in the YouTube, I was like, yeah, I've been having deja vu a lot lately, and he was like, dude, send me an email. I was like, does he want me to send him an email every time I have deja vu, or does he want me to send him an email just so, I don't know, to start up a conversation? So yeah, and I told him, I was like, my vessel's name is Antonio from the Ferreira family. If you guys check my introduce yourself post on Steam, which I made like in June 2016. Did I join in June or July? I always get that confused. When did I join? When? Why is my computer going so slow? Oh, it's a piece of shit, that's right. Let's go. Let's click on that. Since, I hope I joined in June. Oh no, July. Dang it. So since July, I made an introduce yourself post. I put my name on there, my corporation crap name. I go by FullTimeGeek though. I just verified with a mobile phone Jesse Spots login. I haven't logged in with it yet. I guess I'll get another email in a bit. Cool, Antonio. I have a couple guides who let me in that level. I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about. You hear that VidMe shut down. My guess is that we are about to see a big push for YouTube Red, and the corporations are accelerating their agenda to put chips in people. Not much time left, and I can't let other businesses compete with YouTube. Yeah, that's another thing. Jesse thinks that all this crypto thing, it's like if you're using crypto, you're advocating for the mark of the beast or something like that, when it's the complete opposite. Like, the mark of the beast is using your credit cards, is using fiat dollar, which is already digitized. It's already centralized and controlled. Like blockchain, like Bitcoin. Nobody can stop me from spending my Bitcoin. I don't need permission from anybody. So, and then he sent me this. Okay, hold on. Most people are just not aware if these are okay, and yeah, he said. So yes, up here he was worried about the chip and stuff, and I said I did get an email from VidMe not too long ago informing me of that, but didn't see the bigger picture. Well, thank God for decentralized projects like blockchains and IPFS servers that can't be censored or shut down. Smiley face. A lot of YouTubers are now flocking to DTube, which pays you in Steam because it runs on top of the blockchain. Free speech won't be stopped. I know you're familiar with Nathan. Lift the Veil, he's on there also, Titus Frost, and Defango. We have a cool posse of truthers on there. Most people are just not aware of these alternative options. I pray to God that people aren't duped into accepting the chip. And then he replied with this: hosted by millions of computers simultaneously, its data is accessible to anyone on the internet. I think, okay, that's a blockchain attribute, I believe is what he put there. Do you think the blockchain will eventually be used by buying and selling of local products? It could be used to create online reputations, which is, on Steemit, you do have a reputation number. So, sure, yeah, of course it will be. But will it be used for evil or will it be used for good? It's up to you and I, okay? Stop empowering these clowns out there that want to control everything but can't. Who can have access to products and who cannot? Right. I don't see many people discussing the moral and ethical implications of this technology too much. Well, obviously, I've been spending a lot of time on Steemit then, because we discuss these type of matters all the time. And then I replied, let's see. The only reason why Bitcoin isn't used as day-to-day currency for buying groceries, coffee, etc. is because of scalability. Due to that, transaction fees right now are worse than Visa for buying small items. The only cryptocurrencies that can scale to worldwide adoption levels are those running a graphene blockchain created by Dan Larimer, such as BitShare, Steem, and EOS. He is a libertarian at heart and good people from what I can tell, and wants peace and prosperity for all. Definitely check some of his videos out on YouTube when you get the chance. Morality can't be programmed into the blockchain, unfortunately. Hence why I've been working so hard the past 2 years to get as many good people on the Steem blockchain as possible before it skyrockets in price. Where did I leave off here? Before it skyrockets in price. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where I left off. Morality can't be programmed into the blockchain, unfortunately, hence, okay. 2 years. I've been working so hard the past 2 years to get as many good people on the Steem blockchain as possible before it skyrockets in adoption. I used to be a huge Bitcoin proponent, but realized that its only use is just hurting your money. It's like a store value. Bitcoin is only really good just for store value, because it's a pain in the butt to really do a transaction in Bitcoin. It's a little nerdy. It's not very straightforward for most people. Not much else you can do with it. The tech is still a blessing, though. Much better than fiat or government-issued currencies. You'll quickly realize that most of us Steemians are freedom lovers once you start engaging on the platform. And then I said, are you sure your account was created? I just tried going to your page and it doesn't exist. And then he said, Satan hates me bad. And showed me this, that his account wasn't created yet. Sorry, it's taking a little bit to load here. My computer's going really slow. Your sign-up process. Yeah, you see, his account was being processed, and I was very, very, very sick at this time, with a sinus infection, ear infection. I said, I know the feeling. Been sick for like a week now by some super virus that just won't go away. This world is rough. And then he said, I've made it onto the Steemit platform, currently poking around the trending page. And now is where I think I scared him off. I got too excited. I was like, yes, Jesse Spots is on there. He's going to be like a huge part of the community, and he's just going to be engaging left and right. I was wrong. So I said, nice. Welcome to the future, amigo. I'm going to let you play around with Steemit for a week or so until I delegate some of my Steem power, aka influence, to you. With much power comes great responsibility. Please note that you should be able to vote. You see, this is where I think I went south. Please note that you should be able to vote 10 times daily without draining your voting power. I know that probably doesn't make much sense, but put it in the back burner for now. If you want to view the grainy details of your account, you can always check it out at the following page. And I send them a link to steamed.com, which shows you all your comments, all your activity on the blockchain. You can actually see your voting power, which was the main reason why I said, hey, go check out your account so you can keep track of your voting power. Because the thing is, I don't want people to have 100% voting power, because it's just a waste of money curation. They could be upvoting and engaging people, and that money that's just sitting there at 100%, It's doing nothing. It's not adding any transactions to the blockchain. It's not giving anybody any value. It's just sitting there. Like, okay, well, if it's just going to sit there, I just give it to somebody else then. I see that your account was created 30 minutes ago and no activity on your behalf. And then he didn't reply for a while after that. And I was like, well, let me send him another email. I have delegated 1K SP to you. Your 100% upvote is now worth 14 cents. That is just to help you get your feet wet with how to vote. Because I want him to have the slider to vote so you can learn. So you recommend upvoting about 10 times daily. Is that correct? Excuse me. And then I said it takes 2.4 hours to fully recharge after 100% upvote. So yeah, that works out to 10 votes a day. If you use a voting power of 50%, then you can vote 20 times a day. Voting is beneficial to all parties because the recipient gets your vote's value, and you also make a little bit of money via curation at no cost to you. It's like the fact that he even said like he needs to save these emails is like, what? It's like, what dirt do you have on me, bro? It's like, I'm just trying to like help you understand. I don't like saying the word understand. I'm just trying to help you comprehend this technology. Like, I don't know, if you don't want me to freaking help you out, go hire some freaking crypto nerd or something that's probably going to charge you money to like educate you. I'm trying to do it for free. I'm trying to make this world a better place quick. I don't want it to take 10 years. I want it to be awesome today. All right, that's it. Over and out. I think I'm going to make another video after this one because I also got a little bit of beef with somebody else. All right, later.